trying to get reinvigorated things. I found some more of these Rancor parts for this guy on eBay. These claws are pretty available. The little fingers. There's a few sellers out there. In fact, a local one actually, not that far from me. Kind of watch his site there. He's got another arm or something out available. I don't know why he's got all the arms and stuff and pieces, but this is a spare one. I think, if I'm not mistaken, yeah, this is my character one with the two wrong fingers here, but he's okay. He's all right. This is my parts one, which was like really cheap, and it's missing all kinds of claws and bits and pieces. I suppose a second arm would be, I don't know. And this one is complete. Yeah, he's good. I could probably put him away in a box or something. I just kind of been keeping him out and messing with him. Yeah, he's pretty good. So I got this extra arm here, which I guess I could probably eBay it. I mean, it doesn't really have a lot of useful parts. It's got a hand, it's good, but the rest is just kind of... Everybody wants the fingers because, you know. But he'll be complete, and that'll probably be my last one because I'm not really sure where this is going otherwise. I mean, they're cool figures, make no mistake, but I'm not really sure if you want to army build with them. I mean, I guess you could. You could army build with anything, I suppose. So we got army building. We got these DC-15s from Brick Arms. I like the overall look of them. They work really good. See if I have a minifigure around I can use. That doesn't really fit. That one doesn't fit. I guess. I guess we could use this guy. He's got a butterfly in one hand, but you know, that's okay. Doesn't really matter. Maybe we'll lose a butterfly. Yeah, that's pretty cool. See. And the way the guns are made, you can snap them in, so yeah, there's some pretty cool holds you can do. See, pretty good pieces, and the plastic they use feels a lot like the Lego pieces, so that works really good. And there is a couple manufacturers out there, but I like Brick Arms because I hate to like switch brands right in the middle. Oh, hey man, how you doing? Yeah, I hear that about sleep. Me too. I'm actually kind of late, but I got to work tomorrow as usual. But yeah, good to hear from you. Good to hear from everybody. Las Vegas Bricks out of Tennessee, they always give you some freebies, which is cool. Just usually something random. I mean, really random, like one of those trench knives in pink, or like they gave me a trans blue DC, which was kind of cool. I mean, never want to use it for anything, I don't think, but you know, when you do the Lego stuff, I think it's good to keep extra pieces around. Yeah, I mean, the idea of Lego is to build your collection, you know, of pieces, and you might need some of the pieces, and frankly, you may never need pieces. I am going with the dark reddish brown for the tree build. I'm thinking that the one buys could be used. Oh, hey, how you doing? Could be used to help break up the square look of the trees. I have that set with the Lego trees, and they try to make them round, but my problem with them is they're still kind of square, but more than that, they're just too straight. So I think using arches and angles, maybe you can get the tree kind of lumpy looking, like they do in real life, you know? 2 custom clone troopers. Yeah, I love getting custom clones. I don't have very many. I got one from somebody. Was it Solid Bricks? I don't know. It might have been Solid Brick Studios. And it was good. It was great. Then I got a couple from Clone Army Customs. But it's always exciting to see new stuff out there. I did get me another zombie Geonosian. And they did pack a little bit damaged, but they do have the wings. And if you're going to keep it in a bag, you don't really want to keep it on there because it'll get damaged. But yeah. Oh, that's not right. Huh. Obviously, it should be the straight up brick round piece, not the doubles, but it's okay. We got another Gungan warrior for the old Gungan army. Not really intending to build a Gungan army, but it's a very understated army, shall we say. If you got battle droids, you've got to have the Gungans, right? I can tell by the plastic and the... Ooh. Nope, bad legs. I thought maybe it was just worn, but no, these must be lightly cracked or just slightly starting to enlarge there. Yeah. How many clone troopers in my army? Ooh. The bomb squad ones, I have 300. Two 12's pretty small, maybe 20 guys. And after that, we're all singles. Like I got, I think, 2 of the Wolf Pack clones. And then the recent 501st, I mean, I got a bunch of sealed boxes. I don't think that counts, so. But yeah, clone troopers are very cool. I know a couple of the channels out there are kind of moving, giving the clones a break and going back to, like, one of them going back to Naboo. So he put up an army, and he's got a very, very nice army, includes some custom pieces of the Gungans. And that is, one draw side is, as you know, you only have the one mold. Basically, it's a Jar Jar head. And the different colors helps. But he pointed out that you can use Jedi robes and torso pieces to change the look of your Gungans, which, I don't know. I rewatched the movie, and I have the feeling that the Gungans are more of a horde army, right? They're not uniform. So mixing them up here and there, I think could help a lot. Like if you wanted to really get serious about a mock, I mean, if you got a couple from eBay or Bricklink that were like maybe damaged arms or cracked torsos, swapping out to Jedi robes or maybe changing out the legs may not be bad. Might be able to change arms or something. Just to give a little bit of color and a little bit of that mismatched look. So when I rewatch a movie, I was kind of struck by it, like, okay, they're really not that uniform looking, and that could be a blessing to help out with, getting that look. But I really do like these zombies. Obviously, you can't really give them ranged weapons. I mean, they don't really have many of those. They do have the blasters, but I mean, so I guess it's just a horde army. Hive mind, actually. And I think it's probably important that they do have their broken down wings. And sometimes you get them off of sellers and they'll have the wrong wings. And obviously the guys with no wings, that's not a zombie, is a pilot figure. Uh-huh. All the Phase 1 captains? Really? And commanders too? All the Phase 2? Yeah, I don't have anything like that. Oh, hey, how you doing? Oh, hey, thanks for... Yeah, it's my, New York hat. I want to get one of the red ones. I mean, I do have one, or I had one, but for work, I used to wear the Black Supreme military something. But yeah, but I got these DC-15s for my Geonosian non-canon Phase 2s, and I did post it, I think a short. I got that weird little plate to stick their feet down so they don't tear or break, crack. Yeah, I'm still doing the Lego clones. I'm kind of constant. I think that I want to go in a direction of what we call it. Armies are just kind of overlooked a little bit. I know the zombie. These guys. I mean, if you did a mock, you'd have to do like the underground caverns, right? You're kind of stuck. These guys, as long as you're on Naboo, right? know. I do miss the old packs. Oh yeah, that's cool. Glad to hear you get a new battle pack. That will be cool. I God, which one it was? Oh yeah, I got the one with the. Hold on a minute. I don't throw nothing away into this. I was just rushing around to work and stuff, so I got this empty box here. But I definitely like this battle pack here. But when you pick it up, or you let me know what you thought. The droids, even these guys that came in, they feel different. Like this is one of the OG ones, and this is one for the battle pack, and they look the same, but the plastic definitely feels vinyl. Like it feels more like vinyl plastic. If I were sitting rubbing, this feels like it's made of like the little green army soldier guys that always play with as kids. Whereas this feels more like a plastic model kind of plastic, ABS styrene. Okay, I used to collect a little Lego Star Wars. Let's do a little leg swap here. These are damaged legs. Yeah, they totally will not even fit the new ones. So the mold casting is a little bit smaller, maybe, and the new style legs will. Ooh, that's a snap tight. I wonder if the specs are a little bit different. They look the same. No. That's the new ones. I can literally tell it. I can tell it by the way they look. The color's the same, but there is a difference. 96 sets away from having all the Lego Star Wars sets. Wow, that's impressive. I nowhere near have the all the sets. Yeah, the detailing on the new droids is probably. And I don't know if that's a cast mark or not because this guy's from the 2000. I think the 2015 75080. But if you look right here, the little pin that holds his head, this one's got like a divot, and these are solid from back in 2015. But that seems to be really splitting hairs. But the fact is, I can tell the difference by the feel of the plastic. But yeah, I guess I would like. I mean, I guess I'd like to have all the sets. I mean, that's a lot of sets. So I mean, all the different channels. I mean, when this channel started, we weren't doing Lego content. I kind of found out somebody wanted to see it after I ran over a fake minifigure I'd gotten from eBay as a Lord of the Rings figure. I think it was a Gundavad Orc, but I ran over with my RC car. Game called War Tycoon. Oh, congratulations on the sub count. Yeah, it's kind of weird. I remember I sat for so long with just a couple of subs and like no views, which was weird because it's like, how do you have any subs and no views? It's kind of weird, but army display. That's kind of where I'm kind of looking at trying to do it permanently because I hate storing these guys in a bunch of bags and stuff. And yeah, I'll do a review. Probably should do a review on the set sitting right there. But I got this set mostly to, just fell apart, mostly to practice my tree building. Like Lego cut the tops of the trees off, I think, to lower the size of the build. And it's kind of curious. Look, they hid their little pink towel in here, but it's kind of curious the way they built it. I like the way Lego built it, where it locks down into the mock and the roots are above the ground. And it's curious how they made the trees not square by putting the corners in. I probably could do the same thing myself. But what I'm trying to avoid is a super straight up and down tree look, because I want to do a mock and I want to have a Rancor in there, and that tree is nowhere near big enough. The tree's going to have to be, I don't know, what do you think? At least 12 inches tall. At least a foot, right? I mean, going to have to at least be a foot tall. Anyways, this is the Lego set here. And no, I didn't build it completely exactly because I've just been like trying to piece together. A lot of it was to get these pieces is why I bought it, and to get an idea of what a Rancor would look. Put it backwards, sorry guys. Put a Rancor in there. That's when I realized the trees just are simply not big enough. It's not even close. But I want to build and learn how to build trees better. And so I got some angles ordered up. Also reviews. The problem is there's too many people that review Lego sets. They're impressive. Early sets, reviews. But some old sets are cool too. I hate it when old Lego pieces like snap. And new ones, yeah. Yeah, I used to try to do the early sets and I can't get them. And in order to get that, you remember that 2019 shuttle that nobody really seemed to like very much? It got a lot of hate, a lot more than it deserved. It's not a bad set. But in order to get it early, I had to pay like, I don't know, $200, $300. I didn't want to think about how much it was. And so I just like, oh, this doesn't work. So instead of the brand new sets coming out, I went for old sets and trying to find cool old pieces. And I really want to go with like mock building. But the mocks are small because, parts are hard to get and you need a lot of parts. But this set here that came out, what I was really excited about were these new pieces here. I just see a lot of potential for this. And I could be wrong, but I like the potential. Why does it not go back together? There it is. I like the potential for the greenery. Yeah, Schwann sensor. Yeah. It's the same thing with sneakers. I mean, hey, yeah. And then sometimes, well, I don't know. I mean, I bought a pair of Yeezys on release day at our local Foot Locker, but when I got there, and I was early there. They only had like a few pairs, and they did have to have my size, and they had like a child size, and it's like, wow. Hey, how you doing? But I don't know. The other problem too is some of these sets are not that interesting to me, and they're expensive, and it's like, laugh about a set, I don't like it. And I want to be honest, and I do have a video out there for the 2015 MTT, and somebody did comment that I look like I was really, really disgusted. And that's harsh. But watching the video back, I it was obvious. I was kind of making fun of the set a little bit about Phase One, Captain Rex, and make a review on them. Okay, that sounds cool. Look forward to that. This year, I've been kind of messing around with finding old base plates because Lego's made a lot of really cool base plates, and I don't know. It's kind of an easy way to start maybe a mock, possibly. Underwhelming sets. Like everybody else, I probably fall in the 2016 UCS Hoth set, but it's not bad. I mean, if it had been marketed like Ninjago, as smaller sets released about the same time or within months of each other, I think it would have had some hype. Plus, it would create the illusion, you know, that you don't need all the sets and you could build it how you want to. I mean, let's face it, wouldn't it be great if Lego had like a basic, I don't know, maybe a trench set for Hoth, and then they released maybe 2 variations of the AT-AT in place during the next year or 2, 2 years, 3 years, whatever, allowing you to custom make what you want. And the same thing could be carried for Clone Wars or anything else. Historical edits. Yeah, I like history. I mean, it's one of the few things I did okay in school. That metal shop. Metal formation shop, as we call it. And there's so many, I mean, Lego's sets been around for so long, even on Star Wars, that there's several sets that are, I don't know, what is that one? I don't remember what year it was, the one with the TIE ship or TIE fighters that go up in the tube on the side. It's like a launch. That's kind of a cool set. I can't, it's totally spaced what it's called. And it's funny that Lego goes through kind of phases. Like right now, we got a lot of these plus 18 display sets from the original trilogy. But I do have the original Naboo Swamp set with Jar Jar, the two, and it would be kind of cool to see that done in the more realistic style that's out now. That would be cool, actually. Qui-Gon and Jar Jar. It's had like 2 of the early droids with the arms sideways. World War One. Oh, storing Lego. I usually use those big. I use the big action packers. You know those the great big Tupperware or Cascade or Action Packer brand for like box sets and even for some loose ones. And I usually put packing between them because I don't really want stuff to fall apart. I tried originally to display everything that was loose and I ended up looking like a hoarder. So I kind of try to move away from that. Yeah, World War One is something actually I'm kind of interested in too. American history. World War Two. Yeah, my parents were like antique traders, so, and like I'm half Japanese, so it's kind of curious. World War One, Japan was America's ally. Then World War Two, yeah. But yeah, Lego storage is always interesting. The reason I use action packers is I want them to be protected from. Yeah, it's very. I want them to be protected from weather and stuff like that. Just stuff can happen. I mean, especially up here in Alaska. Well, if you feel that something's wrong, you should definitely report it, right? I think that word is very inappropriate, and for a multitude of reasons. Actually, I'm not really a hunter. I have run and worked at the camps and done the butchering and stuff, but that was a long time ago, like 30 years ago, back in the 90s. I lived out in the bush, western Alaska. So I always kept my shotgun around for those bears. Hey, good to see you, man. I'm glad you dropped by. Take care. I don't think I'm big enough to do a collab with anyone, but I do have a second channel if you're into the pew pew stuff. Basically, I put all the stuff that I used to do on this channel over there. I think old archive videos on this channel, there might still be a few, different videos out there. Too much leverage. It does need to be a balanced partnership. It can get, yeah. Everybody, I shouldn't say everybody has an agenda, but boy, I mean, not too many girl Lego YouTube channels. There's a couple. There's a few, but oh, the other channel's name is David-Laurie-Life. This was Bear Brothers, acrylic lacquer, acrylic enamel. Sorry. Yeah, still fixing this place up. Got a lot of work to do, but what's been funny about these guys, I've been trying to collect maybe a squad of these guys here, and so many people cancel the orders after I buy something. She doesn't have much leverage. Okay. That's cool, I guess. I don't know. I was married once. Hey, good night, man. Take care. I did used to like to do. Yep. Yeah, actually, I got an M1A1 that I'm gonna swap out the flash hider on. It's a sporterized one without the bail lugs, so I was gonna go ahead and get that, made that right. I'm gonna leave the black synthetic stock for right now, though. It's fine. And it's a Springfield part, so it's right. Um, it's a field gun, so it's fine. I do prefer the walnut stocks, but hey. I got actually a really big army of the droids if I want to drag them all out, because I've got like, what, 6 MTTs, and they're full. So, there goes the dryer, washer, and the spin cycle. Get my work uniform ready. Sometimes I just like to look at these old Lego pieces, old camera pieces, and then they section them. But yeah, I don't know. I'm trying to think. How to do the trees. I was thinking I could probably use like one buys in between, try to make the tree more round. These trees on the Lego set are done with a snot technique, using snot and then jumper plates. The unfortunate side is if you did that too big of a tree like I want to do, I'm afraid to get like an Art Deco kind of look to it, and I don't want that. So I ordered some arches today, which I will use that to create my branches. I like the tail sections that Lego use, but I don't think they go far enough out. It tends to create a more upright tree. And I think those trees would look weird if you made them too tall. I thought about doubling them up, but I think it's too tall and skinny. I guess I could use a snot technique, maybe use 2x4s. Two by twos or 2x4s, and then maybe use snot plates around them. That would probably, that's probably doable, but I don't know. But yeah, get my Gundams together and continue working on my zombie army. I gotta go through my Lego stuff and figure out where everything's at. I'm starting to run into the thing where I want to get a project going, want to fix up something, and I know I got those parts because I literally ordered them and I literally got them in, and now I can't find them, and that's some of the worst things when that happens. I'm just leaving him with these green fingers for right now. I found a piece for the one that I need, but there's so much work still needs to be done, and it's a pretty cool mini or maxi figure, big fig. I don't think you would want to build an army. I mean, I can do a search on YouTube, I guess, but what does that prove? That, you know, it's not really realistic. He is impressive, though. I also like the big shark molds. I always like the shark molds. Stand up. I got loose pieces around. I do have a lot of projects. A few people have mentioned it. I am still collecting pieces for Geonosis, so I'm getting dark orange and tan, and then I'll have, my plan is to have enough to do a small mock, a very small mock, of just maybe the gunship landing with a little cut of the arena action, and I want to definitely do something underground at Geonosis, so dark orange for both of those. And in the meantime, I'm experimenting with a lot with green grass and stuff because one, it's something I do have a lot of, although nowhere near what I need. And I could do Naboo stuff, or even practice with like maybe Lord of the Rings, like the scene where Boromir was chasing Frodo down. I really like the way that rock wall disappears into the ground. I don't have the right colors, but I did make a brick-built wall with the edges and some tiles, and I built up with angled plates, and it creates that same look where it's sinking into the ground. I really like that. And then I got some totally just random bits and pieces where a friend of mine at work was getting rid of some Lego sets. He's like, yeah, it's Star Wars, sure. Well, it's got gray plastic. Well, I just gave him the cash. It wasn't much. And now I'm looking going, dude, this is World War II airplane. This is a fighter plane from the Indiana Jones set. Can't you tell? But of course, that's like when you're driving around and someone cuts you off. You go, what? Can't you drive? And no, they can't drive. You can see, But people said that the clatter of the plastic is kind of loud, so I'm trying not to like mess around and make too much noise. Because I know I'm sitting a little bit from the screen, but. And now you can see when I was in school, I hated being in front of the class and talking to the class because I get nervous and I gotta mess with stuff in my hand. But here's my project. Let's see. I got some claws. somewhere. I gotta find him. So that'll be a problem. But the fact he's missing one finger still, and there's a dude, and he's got some leftover pieces from a Rancor. Um, but he wants to sell me all the pieces. And when I say all the pieces, I mean like body pieces. They're missing the jaw, an arm here, an arm there, and one. Oh, how much you want for those? He's like, well, like $300. I'm like, $300? I only need the one piece. Well, you might need more. No, what happens if you have these bodies sitting around, they become projects. And then your money gets siphoned into it, and you end up with like a whole bunch of Rancors staring at you. And you'd be like, you know, I'm trying to figure out where my money went. I'm trying to figure out why I don't have money for the new sets. And then you're going, okay, that's why right there. Not really, but you know, that's what happens. I mean, I bought a junk car years ago, just get around and, you know, it's like, yeah, it is. And if I did the repairs on it, it drove fine, had some suspension issues, I took care of everything, exhaust, it's all good. If I'd stopped there, fine. I did keep the car for over 200,000 miles. The car was 300 when I got rid of it again. But by then, I'd done reupholstered it, I'd repainted it, and it's like, you know, oh well. Yeah, that's true. Hey, how you doing? Yeah, new sets are coming out, and I'm looking forward to stuff. I always want to see new sets, and sometimes I don't know. I like to hear about the new sets coming out, but sometimes it's kind of fun to just see one, you know, and be sort of surprised, like, hey, that's what it looks like, you know. When do you stop pouring money into a car? I don't know. I think when the car is dead, because like coming home tonight, I heard a crack, and Lori's like, "Did the exhaust just break?" I said, "I think so." We had closed the windows on that side. And it's like, great. It's all right though. I mean, you know, it's got 250,000 on this exhaust pipe. It's about time for a new one, I think. I don't know. I'll get the Magnaflows. It'll be really good. It'll be good. Be better mileage and give it a little bit of an exhaust note. It'll be nice. But oh well. Summer's coming here. I mean, it's like 25 degrees. It's warm outside. They're calling for sub-zeros again, but we're supposed to get some freezing rain. So, yeah, I like Lego. You could say that. It's kind of been a standby most of my life. Yeah, for sure. I definitely do. I like the Fabuland. We don't talk about Fabuland much here because no one does. But I like Fabuland. It's so, like I said, you know, it's like that Star Destroyer. And I promise I'm still getting parts for that Star Destroyer, but I've definitely hit some walls. But Lego is supposed to be fun. Oh, really? Wow. And it's supposed to be fun. It's supposed to be a way to relax and chill. And when you sit there and you start getting a little stressed out, you start feeling a little frustrated, just put away and, you know, do something else, because even some of the new sets can sometimes be a little annoying, especially if it's missing, you know, some cracks. Like my Lego Star Wars Dagobah set, I had something cracked in that, and I had the piece. And after I spent about 30 minutes looking for it, I'm like, you know what? Let's just go for a walk. Let's go for a little drive. That's what we do. I usually talk about Lego Star Wars here, but I do like Ninjago, and I like some of the classic sets because someone brought up a very good point earlier. It's not always practical to get the newest sets. You know, I mean, everyone wants to see the newest sets. Oh, hey, thanks for the subscription, man. Appreciate the support. It's not always possible to get the newest sets, but sometimes you get on a Bricklink and you go, "Oh, I never knew they made this." Or you got to remember, the internet is here now, and the internet was here when I was in college in the '90s. But there's so much stuff. It's like if I were to tell you, there's all these great movies on VHS that have never and probably will never make it to DVD or to stream. There is, you know what I'm talking about. There's a whole bunch of movies out there. Oh, snapped a piece. The wrong one? The wrong color? Oh, you like Lego Star Wars? That's cool. Yeah, yeah, the wrong piece. And that's where I'm just going to pick on this guy, but it's like so many times you'll get something off of eBay or sometimes even a bricklink seller, and there will be a piece or color substitution. And many times I posted maybe a year ago when I was doing, I don't remember what it was. It might have been a 10 to V4 or something, but it was something kind of big. And I'm like, would you? It was a gun check. And it's weird. It was 1x2 tan, maybe it's tan grill brick that's stuck up inside the wing. You cannot see it. It's invisible. And I'm like, would you guys change that? Would you guys hold it and make sure it goes the correct piece goes in there, or we just let it go because it doesn't matter? And it was about 50-50. A lot of people were saying, well, I probably would just let it go for now, but it would bother me and stuff like that. So I'm like, yeah, so I'm not too far off. Really? No, I haven't. My favorite Lego set at this point, still have to admit, is probably 7662 from 2007, the MTT, the second one made. I like the play functions and I like the way it's built. And the reason I say I have to kind of say, give that one the nod, because that's the one that I have the most repetitions of the same set. I mean, we're not talking about minifigures. Although if I end up with any more Rancors, I'll have to say, no, the Rancor's obviously my favorite. But it's not a set though. That's a max figure or a big fig. It's not the same thing. So I would say probably the 7662, 2007. And there's so many reasons why. It was a really down point in my life when that set came out, and it seemed so miserable at the time. But now looking back, it's kind of funny. It's like, dude, really? It's kind of funny. It's actually really funny. But yeah, I know I went back to Fred Meyer and the new CMFs. They've sold out, and I can't do it. I gotta wait till they restock or something. If I even want to, I saved one as an empty packet. I hate this packaging. Some of the figures are really cool though. Make no mistake. I really like the Trust. I think my favorite one from the new, from these guys here, is the Triceratops guy. That is an amazing figure. I really like that. Kind of the guy with the goat too. And I even like the detective. I guess I kind of like these figures, but I used to really enjoy CMFs a lot more. I've done a few videos of some of my Lego sets. That's the last one you need. Oh, okay. Um, but the reality is, the Lego stuff looks like a hoarder's thing. I mean, I literally, it was still kind comments, but I would call it character building or maybe a little bit of rebuke. Like, we know that you like the AAT. I mean, it's obvious, but seriously, enough is enough. But I do want to finish up my army for the AATs, and right now I'm piecing a couple together, and that's proven to be a mistake. I had so many come in that we're missing a few pieces. I end up with a big. We know those cans like you get with popcorn. One of those almost half full of pieces that are from kind of AATs over the years. So the well, I'll just go through these, and I've kind of pieced together two major ones, but I'm not missing so many pieces. It's like, why did I start this? But that's one of the examples where you just go, okay, it's time for a break. Let's go do something else. Rarest Lego? That's a tough one. I mean, because I would probably say that 612 or 735, my sealed tipper trucks are probably the rarest I have. But Star Wars, probably my Shadow ARF Trooper, still sealed, is probably the rarest. But I do have some sealed figures. I have a sealed 2009 Anakin's Y-Wing. The box, the box has seen better days, but oh, it is a fantastic day. I mean, it's been good. I usually only get one day off a week, and but we'll be closed on Monday, so I might be able to do some Lego organization on Monday. In fact, that is a great idea. I think I will do some Lego organization. Sorry, I don't mean to talk that. I'm just like staring at when I said organization, like at boxes, like Lego shipping boxes are piled there because I do eBay, and so I do eBay, and so I tend to hang on to junk to resell or to pack, and sometimes it gets out of the hand, and I go, okay, I gotta trash it. My favorite song. That's kind of a weird one. I mean, not weird, I guess, but favorite all-time song probably Tommy Dorsey's Boogie Woogie, just because it's been something I've listened to over my whole life, and it always makes me feel kind of upbeat. Oh yeah, hey, you too. Have a good day. This is actually evening here. It's oh, got my Apple Watch, but it's on the wrong time. It's back on Cupertino time. So there we are. 9:36 or 21:36 hours if you prefer Alaska Standard Time. But yeah, if you're not sure about the song, look up Tommy Dorsey's swing music from the 1940s, Boogie Woogie. My dad used to always give me a hard time and say it sounds like it would be great in a washing machine video or commercial, which maybe it would. I don't know. But yeah, it's kind of carried me through the years. Yep, I'm that old. I didn't really like most of the music I grew up with in the 70s and 80s, so I went back to another time. My parents, they were antique dealers from World War I, World War II stuff, so makes sense. It's easy jump for me. Plus, it's kind of cool to go, hey, I mean, what were soldiers listening to, or what was going on? It's kind of cool. But yeah, well, thanks for the subscription, and definitely appreciate the growth on the channel. Have you guys ever Beatles fan? Well, I have to admit that I do like the was it Revolver with Eleanor Rigby. I really do like that song, and like who doesn't like I'm gonna hold your hand? That's classic. And the Stones, actually more than the Stones, I like the Doors. Yeah, and actually Blue Oyster Cult's "Don't Fear the Reaper." I mean, that's a classic song. My favorite color is green. Hey, how you doing? But like sometimes you get a Lego set like this one, and it looks really good on the package and stuff, and it's actually a really cool set. But sometimes Lego sets, I just like to leave them just in the in the package. I mean, sometimes it's definitely easier to store that way. Yeah, doors are cool, man. Yeah, Blue Oyster Cult's Don't Fear the Reaper is definitely a classic. Veteran of the Psychic Wars. I mean, if you ever watched that movie, Heavy Metal, they've got some uh, very nice songs in there. I mean, Sammy Hagar, hey. Yeah, the displays, and I'm not sure what to do. I finally just got cheap, went down to, well, not cheap, it was still $50, but went to Home Depot and got like industrial shelving, and it looks awful. It looks like it's in a warehouse, and it looks like an industrial display, just like I didn't want it to look like. It's okay for storing boxes, especially box sets. It's fine. That's what it's kind of made for. I got a R2D2 UCS one peeking out at me from a pile of boxes. That's the kind of stuff I just want to avoid that. Just not happy about that. Favorite minifig? Greedo from set 4501, the original Los Angeles Cantina. And the reason he's my favorite is the green color is spot on. He's got the vest and he's got the arm printing. Really like Greedo. Um, and of course, I was a little kid, got to watch, the original scene. Oh, thanks, man. Thanks for the vote of confidence. Yeah, it just sometimes, I find myself staring at this pile that needs to be moved, and then I need to organize this, and I got a Star Destroyer that the magnets are letting go, with a clunk and a shattering of sounds of Lego pieces, I go, oh, great, there it went. But, this is life. I mean, and sometimes I think that there may come a time when something that was not much fun to go through or more of a hassle than anything, you might someday find yourself going, if I could just relive that again. Those were pretty good times. I've been there once already, so. Day's been pretty good, actually. Hey, hello, how you doing? The worst minifig, in my opinion? Mm, I don't really have any that I really hate. I mean, there's a couple that, like some of the big channels would say, maybe they're a little bit lazy on their printing, but I don't really hate any of them. Like everyone else, maybe I'm not a fan of the weird printing on the new helmets with the holes because the printing looks kind of womped. Sometimes I go, oh, look, they made the brick minifigure. Oh, look, they made a brick girl. Oh, they made a green one now, somewhere in 10 years. But I can't really blame Lego. They're huge. They've got so many sets to do. I mean, it's not like they just do Star Wars. They do a lot of different, lines. Plus, regionally, there's sets that we never see here, even in the States. I think there's probably sets that, might hit a white line or something down where my cousin lives in Tennessee that you're not going to see up here. But you get online, some of these sets in foreign countries, packaging is different. I'll give you a great example. Oh, the hat. I got this actually from a friend of mine who's at the Supreme store there in New York. Hey, how you doing? Oh, your battery's going out. Sorry, man. Yeah, ooh, mine's running down too. That's why I usually set my streams for an hour. I usually stop at an hour because battery starts, it's an old phone. Um, I don't have it plugged in because if I had it plugged in, it'd put pressure on the cord. But yeah, I don't really have any figures I dislike tremendously. Just little things here and there, but Lego's got so many different things. And you gotta remember, Lego's had some failed ones, like Legend of Chima, and I'm not picking on them, but I find the figures can be kind of interesting, and I find the story to be kind of creepy and kind of curious. And I wouldn't mind getting into it a little bit, but at the same time, room. I mean, and I don't want to be that guy with a 5-gallon bucket full of figures getting damaged, scratched up. No, because at the end of the day, the best fig. Mm, should I say Greedo again? I really do like Greedo. I mean, and he's not my most expensive figure, but I really like the way he looks. I think the head mold is beautiful. Although, in fairness, I think Lego knocks it out with the head molds. And to be honest, the B1 Battledroid I think looks the most like the real life or in universe and Lego, but I still like Greedo. Creepy story? Oh, I don't know. This house has got some creepy stuff, that's for sure. Yeah. The most recent one, actually, I live, like I said, out in the valley, and unless you're up here, that doesn't mean a whole lot, but I go about 90 some miles from work to here, and of course, you gotta sleep, and if there's an accident or something, it cut in on that big time. In fact, I missed my own orientation 10 years ago at this job because of a wreck. it's too big of a mess. I'm sitting in my shipping area right now. It's disgusting. Anyways, so my mom called me and she's like, be careful going home. She said, there's been a motorcycle accident at Settlers Bay. A guy was killed there, unfortunately, on a motorcycle. And she said, the road's closed down. And I said, oh, you saw it? She said, I think I just saw it on the news. Well, she didn't. I don't know how to explain it. So it knows this was Monday. Well, I come through, no sign of anything. They was starting to clean up, poor guy. Well, Thursday, traffic is backed up. Settlers Bay gas station. Guy's dead. Motorcycle wreck. Same color truck, same color bike. Everything that my mom said. 4 days later. And there's a memorial to him there at the corner there. And it's like, wow. You know. That's that kind of stuff. It is a little bit creepy, and the worst part about it is it's kind of helpless. I mean, you can't seem to change it because people are like, well, if I could see the future, I would change it. Well, that's the problem. If you knew that you were going to go to Target and you were going to miss this Lego set by going to Target when it was at Walmart, if you saw that in a vision, and I'm making light of this, but it's still the same point, you'll never go to Target. You'll go to Walmart. Therefore, that future won't happen. That's why you couldn't tell the future. Yeah. Yeah, the motorcycle guy. I every time I go past that, I think my mom was so clear. She's like, it was Monday. Yeah. But I think about that stuff, and that's the other thing is, as far as Lego goes or anything, instead of having an argument with, your girl or wife or whatever, maybe just swallow your pride, just let it go. Not without saying, without, especially with a girl, don't say, oh yeah, it's sure, whatever. They don't do it that way, but because you just don't know how much time you got left. You don't know what's going on. I mean, in addition to the normal things, I mean, in my case, I could step out the door and get stomped by a moose, I put a moose video up and I think somebody's like, that's too close, you're too close. I'm like, it's blocking between me and my car, Yeah, nothing can be done, and that's the worst part. Hey, thanks for the subscription. I appreciate it, man. Yeah, and I think that's the worst part about the nothing can be done is, I mean, we've all done it, right? You're in a parking garage, you're going to a mall, you're doing whatever you're doing, and you get this like, I don't think I should go that way, or I feel like somebody's watching me or somebody's following me, and no, maybe not, but we've all had those. Like everyone I've ever talked to, even the people say, oh, I don't believe in this. They go, well, yeah, I've had that feeling. Deja vu? You ever go to someone, I've been here before. There's that person, or there's that song. I don't know. I don't know. And that's all unexplainable. That's why they call it supernatural. It's not natural, Hey, the best Big Fig. I think it has to be the Rancor because I like the Wampa. And I'm not even talking about the cave troll and stuff. He's really cool. And of course, Marvel. There's another big one. There's tons of stuff. But I think I'd feel a little bit weird if I didn't say that the Rancor, at least from the Star Wars universe, is probably my favorite Big Fig because I've got multiples of them, and it would feel really hypocritical to say, no, I don't think it's that great, and I got like sitting around me. But he is really great. I mean, everything from the individual claws to how articulated, these fingers are, the fact that he can grab a minifigure, the jaw moves, and of course the arms have the little click adjustment. Now granted, the lower half is not so great, but if he wasn't made that way, he wouldn't sit down on the base plates. And it's just a great figure. The only downside might be the chain here, because if, for example, you want to change them up, not have the chain on them so that you could use them in, something else, you're going to end up with this stud here. And I tried putting different things on there. I even tried like metal looking. And it looks like he's wearing an Apple Watch or something. It just does not work. But you know what? I mean, that's fine, Hey, how you doing? Do I have fake Lego? Absolutely. Yep. Unintentionally, because I was ripped off by somebody on eBay. Intentionally, because for Lori, for her Christmas present, I pulled the trigger on the old Mega Bloks Starship Enterprise, the 1701, and it is beautiful. It's got light up bricks for the nacelles on the engines and stuff, and it's really, really cool. Yes. And I call it fake Lego, although in all fairness, Mega Bloks makes a bunch of pieces that are not, that Lego doesn't make. And everyone there's actually saying Mega Bloks, so I hesitate. For me, true fake Lego is when this company, whatever, whoever it is, will have like Lego artwork there, and they'll call it Space Wars. It'll be slightly smaller font or something like that. Let's just say it's Lepin, to pick on one. That to me is fake Lego because it's a deliberate knockoff, rip-off. And the worst ones are, and I'm trying to look for something, but I don't have anything sitting right here. On my workbench upstairs, I do. But like you'll see Lego heads, especially in the clones too. And the plastic is just not the right color. It's too shiny, or the print is up or down. And the reason I don't like it is because people will sell you something and they'll say, "Oh, it's compatible," but the thing is, they sell it to you as a real thing. I posted a short where there was a finger, a claw for one of these guys. Make sure I'm showing you the right side. Here we are. And the Lego one, I don't know if you can see it. You have the one little divot right here with the Lego marking the numbering system. This one had two. I went, oh, I don't like the picture, and maybe his photo quality is bad. So I went to my big, my big screen. I'm looking at one. No, 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 no. It's not right. So I went to AliExpress out of China, and they got the Rancor. The color is not quite right. It just doesn't look quite right, but it's very close. And it's $9.99 free shipping. And this guy was charged. He got it too. He got $30 for that claw. I don't know if he had to give it back or not, but hey, how you doing? But yeah, that's my long-winded answer. Okay. Oh, thank you. That's interesting. But yeah, I like old Lego pieces and the different stuff out there. Lego's been around for a long time. They got some really cool sets. Like my first set my mom bought me when I was a little kid. I mean, really little. Was a 1972 Caravelle set, 687, I think it is. It's a jet set. It's just a little plain. A lot of printed pieces, of course. There was actually stickers. There was two stickers with the little arrows from the old Lego city sets that went on the engines. But that set was my first one, and sometimes it's fun to just review an old set. Ooh, yep, yeah. Flea markets are great. I got a whole bunch of Lego from a. Oh, fake minifigures. Yeah, it is. Yeah, I like Lego. I have an unbuilt Lego Vader, the bust, because the teeth really set me off. My battery is flashing, guys and gals. I'm over my 1 hour and my battery's flashing at me. I gotta end this stream because I don't want to get cut off while I'm still yapping. Anyways, really appreciate everyone dropping by. Really appreciate the views out there. And it was relatable. Okay. I gotta end the stream because my battery's flashing at me, and I got other things going on, like getting to sleep and getting up in the morning to go drive people around. So really, really appreciate everything. Really appreciate the subs out there. Great community. Please join me up in the videos or my community tabs. Let me know what you're buying, what you're building, what you're doing. That's what's great about it. This is escape from the real world, right? IRL world out there. I really appreciate. Thanks everybody for dropping by. Y'all take care. Ciao and good night. And let's see. Why am I staring at the screen? Oh, that's why. Anyways, y'all take care. Good night. Ciao. Oop, 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 oop. Oh, there it is. So y'all take care. I just want to give it a moment. I don't really want to build it because I don't like the way it looks. I just got it on sale. Anyways, I gotta go. So y'all take care. Have a good night. Take care. Ciao.